Hey guys, welcome. 90 Day the Melanated Way. I'm your host, Linda Antwi. A new day, a new time, and a very, very special guest, one of our favorite day oneers. We met him way back in the very beginning, AfterBuzz days, TLC. We have Paul with us, and of course, we have Sleeping Pierre, just like sleeping away. And we have Julie at the bottom. Julie is going to be our translator because we may have a special pop-in uh, person, and Julie speaks fluent Portuguese. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I do want to give a shout out to some of my day oneers. Raydella, Lydia, Amanda, Linda, Tessa, all you guys make this show possible, and I totally appreciate it. And Paul, welcome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So I kind of just want to jump into it a little bit, and I want to start kind of chronologically. So I met you some years ago when you were very
Yeah.
first starting out at TLC and with the whole 90 Day franchise. What has your experience been like from that point? That was like, what, 3 years ago now, Paul?
Yeah, about 3 years. It's been crazy, being, newly married and then having our first child and now we're having our second child. Um, and just going through the journey of life. It's been a really a big eye opener and a very massive learning experience.
And what is the biggest thing you've taken away from just constantly being in the public eye?
Um, I think the biggest thing is, like I told Karine, trying to think about it. I mean, we're not anybody special. We're just normal people. So that's the way I always kind of look at it. So, can I take a photo? I was like, absolutely, that's fine. I always tell people, don't hesitate. If you don't come talk to us or take a photo, we don't mind at all. Um, everyone we met so far has been very, very, very positive, whether it be in Brazil or in America. Everywhere we go, everyone's been. I mean, it's just the positivity's been overwhelming, and we really, really appreciate that. When people come to us, been very, very positive. Um, and it's like I said, the television experience also was good. It gets crazy at times, but I mean, no matter what job what you're doing, it gets crazy at times. And like I said, the people there that I've worked with and everything with them were always very nice, understanding, and they helped us out. And we hit some dark times. They helped us out with those dark times, and I highly appreciate them. I really do.
Now, let's kind of stay in the beginning part. So when you started with 90 Day, did you know what you were getting into? Like, did you really know like the gravity of the show?
No, no. I mean, I was a fan of the show. I had no idea what was going to happen or how massive things would take off. I didn't know that the run I've been doing all my life would be that funny. Because I've always, I mean, it was always popular. My run was, I mean, they had me in track in high school, and I was really, really actually in grade school. I'm sorry, grade and elementary school. I was in track, and I always had that weird, funny run. And I always came in last. People always want to see me run. I didn't know why. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now it makes sense. Over all these years that people have me run track, now it makes sense. So just little things like that. Those were comical, and I had no idea like how big everything would blow up. But like I said, it's been a lot of opportunities for us. It's allowed us to, be able to spend a lot more time with our family, be able to take care of things. So overall, on the show has been a real positive experience. It really has.
Now, let's talk about that run because you are on millions of memes with that run. So I'm surprised to hear that you actually ran track back in the day. Did
Yeah.
you realize that you had like a kind of special, quirky run?
No, I always wonder because, like I said, everyone pushed me to run track, but I always came in last. I'm like, why do y'all guys want me to keep running when I always come in last? I'm bringing down the scores. I don't understand, And so the show, I'm like, oh, all those years in school now it makes sense. I never quite got the reasons why, but yeah, I remember one time I had one trophy because they always have the thing where you produce pace trophy. So it'd be like 8, 9, 10, 13. And one time I had one that's third, like, oh my God, you had third place. You're getting somewhere. I was like, yeah, there was only 3 runners. So that's why I was in third place. I was number 3. It was so embarrassing because they got the intercom, like, there's still a runner on the track. Please, people, keep the track clear. And I'm just, but
So
I made it.
I want to break down any myths about this run. So you don't have an injury. It's not like a medical thing. It's just that's how you run, right?
No, no. I'm honestly, I'm surprised when I was in the military and I was in boot camp. I'm really surprised that my drill sergeant never brought it up. They never did. They never brought it up. I pushed through and did my 2 miles and everything, ran as hard as I could, but they never brought that up. But yeah, I didn't realize how entertaining it was. I had uh, one girl that I've been friends with for many, many years, and she always brought up and talked about it. And she thought it was hilarious. So you remember that run? Oh, you always talk about, used to laugh about. I was like, yeah. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at the TV and watch. And I'm like, oh, now I get why it's so funny. But she noticed it. She brought it up. She was the first one to tell me about it. And that was back when I was 16, 17 years old. And she told me about that. So I didn't quite pick it up. And no one else really explained to me how funny it was until actually on the show. And then, now it makes sense. Now it makes perfect sense.
That makes sense to me as well. So, Paul, let me ask you this. So, you're in Brazil right now. Do you think that this is a permanent situation for you? And tell me about how you decided that that was going to be the best move for you and your family.
It was a difficult decision. I mean, I know she wanted to come back and visit her family. She hadn't seen her family in over a year. So when everything was kind of crazy and she, we'll just say, went on vacation for a few months, I came down here and the place is a wreck. So first I cleaned up our entire house in America. So I fixed up all the house, I fixed up all the different bedrooms, and we actually have a 3-bedroom house in the United States. So I cleaned that all up nice. Then I came back here before she came here because I wanted to make a really nice, good home for her here. She'd come back to visit her family. I took our old hoarder's junk storage room. I turned it into a master bedroom. I turned the master bedroom into a beautiful, I got a really nice, beautiful blue sofa. She always wanted a big blue sofa. I turned it into a really nice living room, gathering area in there. Fixed and cleaned everything up, prepared things, made a lot of things baby safe, and prepared the place. And because I knew that she's doing a lot with pregnancy and things like that, so that her family would be the best thing for her mental health. And so coming here, being here with her family, making some friends, and she's got friends in there now, and I'm pushing her to finish her basic fluency to get her high school diploma. I'm pushing her to get her driver's license. She has more freedom. She can get, she wants to go somewhere. As an emergency, she needs to go drive the car. She's to hop in the car, but go where she needs to go. And she really wants to go to college in America. So in order to do that, she's got to, she's only got a few weeks. When she left high school, there's only a few weeks left. She's got a few weeks, a few tests to take, and then she'll get her fluency of a high school diploma. And she'll go to college, and all that be taken care of. But her family here has been very, very positive. They've been, when everything first came out, everything went crazy. I went nuts. They didn't know what to think. And so when the truth came out to them, they're like, okay, we got her here. They've been helping everything else, because we actually, Scott, from probably season 1, before even on the show, I always went to therapy once a week. And then on the network, I had 2 different therapists I would talk to weekly. So I do 2 different therapists that I would talk to. Actually, one was a therapist, one was a PhD, a psychiatrist, or what his title is. I just know he's a doctor, but I would see him also. Karine started seeing him with me, and then she just wasn't a big fan of therapy. So she pulled out, but things were getting crazy. So I was like, her family in Brazil is a safe place. It's good here. I don't want to worry about, craziness, drama. I mean, we do have some crazy fans every now and again. Don't have to worry about, the whole police thing. Don't worry about police here or anything like that, because if anything goes dramatic, it's like her family come get involved and everything's fine. And her family takes care of everything, so we're good. And her family, they only care about her best interest at heart. So, things get crazy dramatic, they'll come talk to her. If it gets real bad, I'll go to a hotel overnight, let her calm down. Next day, she's fine. Everything's okay. It's about, giving her space, trying to get her to do some productive things like the cosmetics and her makeup, her going, finishing her schooling, getting a driver's license, moving, forward in their life in a positive direction. I think it's really good for her self-esteem. It's really good for her self-confidence. It's really good for her mental health. And so I'm really trying to promote that best I can. And then learning too, I'm not innocent. I'm quirky and I'm annoying at times. So what am I doing that might be annoying? What am I doing so might be, getting under her skin? If I try to acknowledge that and then go somewhere, not run away to a doghouse, or jump in poop water, but literally go somewhere just to temporarily wait for things to calm down, just kind of relax a little bit. And it's been, like I said, it's been productive. I got I made a deal with the landlord here, and because I first got here, I wanted to surprise and family thing, and then they were struggling with the pandemic here. It's been really hard too. So the conversion rate's really good. So I went ahead and paid my rent and her family's rent all the way until January 5th. So I surprised them, and I didn't tell them what I was doing. I just did it, and they were just in shock. But it allowed them to be able to to focus on things and relax and not be so stressed out. And then I got a family gathering area, so every weekend her family have a family gathering in the family gathering area. It's positive, it's upbeat. They go over there, they let loose, they relax, and I'm trying to keep everything as positive as possible and not as much yelling and screaming and negativity. And it's going positive. It's also healthy for him, so he's calm and he can relax, and she can relax during the pregnancy. And being here is it now she can only be out of the United States. I think it's right at 180 days, so we're probably gonna come back after the birth. I am working on because that's one thing. It's the biggest negative part to being here. In the United States, we have medical insurance, which was going to cover for the hospital fees for the birth. Here we do not. So she's like, well, I guess so public again. I was like, the big thing, like she said, her argument was probably for private, was if you go to a private hospital here, it is astronomically expensive, but they don't start paying medicine until she's 7 centimeters dilated. I think it's the number. And I think America, they said it's 2. I'm not a woman or a gynecologist, so I don't know, but I think America, the number is 2, and then here it's 7. So it's like, I'll be there. I'll be dealing with the pain anyway. I was like, maybe we can talk to the doctor. We can, sweet talk them and do something and get them to, do the same standards as America. We can work on that. So I am making enough revenue right now to pay for a home here and a home in America. I'm able to keep us both afloat there with our revenue streams on the internet, thank God. But I am trying to do some things. I'll be doing some stuff pretty soon. I'll be launching, try to increase our revenue stream enough to cover the medical expenses in the hospitals. But I got some stuff in the works that we're going to be. I'll be pushing out probably. I was hoping into this month, maybe next month, but we'll be working on developing some stuff, and I'm excited about it. We got some people helping us out. Some people that actually helped out with not only the 90-day franchise, but they help out with Travel Channel and Discovery with history, and they've actually filmed a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So we got like a lot of really crazy fun stuff that's in development right now that we'll be promoting to make up that difference in income, so she can get a good private hospital. So we're excited with the material that we're working on. We're excited to promote it, but I'll hopefully have that ready probably early January, I think so. So I'm excited about it.
That's awesome. So I want to circle back to talking about therapy, because I think that mental health, especially in COVID right now, is so important. Did TLC send you or provide a therapist for you, or did you seek that on your own?
And absolutely, they had somebody involved as well, and so me and her saw the same individual. We had like a couples thing, and then she had solo, and she had an individual person she talked to as well. And then when she withdrew from her therapy with her solo therapist, I started seeing her solo therapist and she would help me not only with my problems, but also with trying to figure out, what I can do to better myself to help her situation. But no, TLC, absolutely. They provided somebody for us. If anything ever, Sharp too, they were very good at, if anything got crazy and they felt like our mental health was having problems, they shut down production. Anything that was filmed that was like mental health stressful point of view, they just totally pulled it from the series, everything else like that. So everyone's like, oh, they do this TV show, they just promote stuff, they just want drama, da da da. With us, they were very anti that. They provide. There was a scene where I had a bad emotional breakdown point. Me and her were having a lot of stress, and this was back when we were filming The Other Way, and I was stressed out at the time. She back then, you remember the show, and she's talking about divorce, went to my house, and I was upset. So I actually took off running like down an alley, and I just was really upset. And of course, they filmed me running and everything else, and I was just really upset. My wife's pregnant. She's saying these things, really breaking my heart. And I ran off, and they cut all that stuff because, like I said, anything that's a strong mental health thing, they didn't ever promote it. They always tried to help out. They had people on the crew that knew how to work with us, that knew how to talk. to talk and calm us down and help us out. They had like they always have like Karine's favorite food. They have that on hand. It makes her feel too hungry to give her something. The crew that we work with from Sharp and TLC, they're always looking out. What can we do to help? It's like when things start getting drawn before, they didn't send a camera crew, they were like, hey, why don't you take a break for a little bit, relax, chill, focus on your own life, don't worry about the TV show. And when things get better, from there, it's fine. It was very kind of them to allow us to do that, because we had a lot of stress. I was stressed out. Karine was stressed out and going on. So at the same time, I was also still talking to a therapist. The other thing I did from Karine's mental health that I think was very helpful when COVID destroyed it was I went on Facebook and I found a Brazilian group of locals. And I talked to them and tried to meet them and hang out with them. And she did. But then they actually formed a church group. And they would do like church groups and things. And they would talk and they would socialize with her. Very great, very positive group, very family oriented. They were at the, I think most of them meet at like a seminary. It's like a Bible college. And it was all the Brazilians in the group. It was very wonderful. They were very kind people. And we met with them once a week. We would either change, we would go there, or we go to one of their houses, or they come to my house. All their kids would come over and they play up in the air. It was a very good family-oriented thing. But then COVID happened and we stopped meeting, and we probably should have done like virtual Zooms or something. But then this thing just got kind of crazy, and now we're here. But things feel all right. We're getting there. They helped us get to where we're at here, getting back to Brazil. So, we're here. She does such interesting things in America. We do plan on going back to America. We still have our house there. My dogs are finishing up their training. The dogs are going through a lot of very extensive training, but they should be 100% done definitely by the time I get back. And I can't wait to see them. I miss them very much. I miss them terribly. But like,
so you own your house back in Louisville?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You own your house back in Louisville?
Huh? Well, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, do you own your house back in Louisville?
Oh, I'm trying to buy it. The landlord is a really good deal when I found it. At first, I thought this deal is too good to be true. And I got it. And one thing I always did with the finance is I always made sure I pay our rent several months in advance. I make sure that anything bills I pay several months in advance, I do. Is always trying to make sure, I get everything covered. That way, if we have a problem in a revenue stream, I have enough time to solve that problem before, we can't make a payment or something. So I've been paying the rent up. I asked him, hey, do you think you want to sell this? Anything like that. He's like, no. So we also looked at houses, possibly buying a house, looking around. And I've been looking at some houses and things like that, possibly for us to make purchase on, because I think, we get a good mortgage, you'll actually pay less and maybe get a little more house. But right now we are renting it. We'd love to buy it from the landlord. I'd absolutely love to buy it from the landlord if people want to sell it. But if not, we'll stay there, as long as we do, and then eventually we'll get a house.
So why not sublease it out while you're away?
We travel on the fly so often. That's a good question. Or I do like Airbnb or something like that. Yeah, but we never know when we're traveling. We travel on the fly so often too. I never know, what's going to happen or where we're going to go. But the sublease thing would be a good idea. Like Airbnb, something like that. Was either one of our homes when we're not around would be a great idea. So we're actually looking at some other homes here as well. But that's a good idea. Maybe we can do that. I mean, we're looking right now getting a lot bigger house and potentially letting our family move in, getting a very large house, our family move in. And I know it's one thing Karine's dream is too, is one day having her family come to the United States. So I was like, I told her, is either we buy this house we're in now and we expand it, which we can do. We can add some rooms on, do some stuff, or we get another house that's bigger, that's enough room, for your family to be there too. But that's a good idea with the subleasing. I didn't think about that, but if we fix everything up, get our main valuables out of there, and we could probably potentially do something like that. That's a good idea.
So you guys kind of right now don't have a time frame in how long you're going to stay in Brazil and how long you're going to stay in America. You're kind of just going with the flow right now, because we know that Karine is expecting your second son, right? And,
yes.
And
yes, that's correct. What's what?
When is she due?
She's due. Actually, her original due date, they told her, which I thought was hilarious. She didn't understand it. Was February 14th. Now it's changed since then, but she didn't realize that because that's the American Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day in Brazil is different. But it is in February. I think now it's in maybe 1 week. Yeah, it might be the third week of February, possibly. I'll have to ask her again. But we got various dates on that, but it was like I think mid to late February, if I'm not mistaken. But she's, like I said, very, very excited. Huh?
And is it true that you're going to be naming him Ethan?
Yes, she picked the name Ethan. Original name she was going to pick was Kale, which the only thing I was scared about. I was scared that people might try to call him Salad Boy or something. But I was like, if you want to do Kale, that's fine. No problem with that. And then she said, I decided I like the name Ethan. I want to do Ethan. I was like, okay. And I was like, what do you want to do name? Because like a Pierre, when she named Pierre, I said, okay, it's Pierre Martin Staehle. It's like, I don't like the PMS initials. She's like, I don't understand. Why is that a problem? I was like, we need to do something else in the name. So we'll do Pierre. No, they'll add an E and an I, to it, and they'll call him, something else. So it's like, well, what else can we do? And I was like, we do, you do Pierre, Martin Staehle. She's like, oh, we can do that? I was like, absolutely, we can do that. I mean, everyone here pretty much has 4 names. Why is that a problem? I mean, as long as your family have, 4 names and things like they keep both. They have 2 names. They have their 2 surnames. But with him, she wants to do, I think it's only Ethan Martin Staehle. So EMS, that's not bad. It's a whole lot better than EMS.
We have a live chat question from Master of Blackjack Channel 2. This person wants to know,
yes, he is.
is his mom taking care of his house in Louisville?
Yes, she is. She goes there almost daily. Actually, I think she is still going there daily. She goes there daily all the time. Our neighbors are there. They help out. I have all my external cameras there, and seeing people go over there and help out and everything has been, very, 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 very appreciative. Mom, actually, she's decorating the house for Christmas. I saw her out there, and she's been really sad. She called me one time. She was in tears. She's like, I'm really sad. You're not here. You're a big blue tree. And like, Mom, you have to understand, once, Pierre, he's going to be 2 this year, coming up in January 2021. I'm sorry, March 2021. But January, the new year, and then Ethan, once they're both 2 years old, and I got about 4 international airline tickets, we'll be traveling, every year. We'll probably travel, back again more time next year. But then after that, we won't be able to travel every single year. It'd be like every other year, trying to get there. I know she said wants to bring her family. She's trying to bring her mom and dad, brother and cousin to America to visit, which hopefully that'll all go through. Look at the tourist visas. I did, gave them the money for that. So hopefully when COVID's over with, they'll open that up and that'll be okay. But, we'll be back in America a lot more permanent once we come back. So I'm letting her try to spend as much time as possible here with her family while she can. Because once we have 2 kids and it's going to be 4 national tickets, we're not going to have the budget for that. That's going to be really astronomically expensive. Each ticket, you're looking at roughly between $1,500 and $2,000 a person. That's not cheap. So, I won't be able to toss out like $8,000 to do, a Christmas vacation. That's not including, other living things when we're down there. So it's going to change. That's going to change a lot once, both children are over the age of 2.
So, Paul, what is your main source of income? Like, what's your game plan? So I know that the social media stuff is probably providing a lot of your income, but what else are you doing?
I got some other things in the works back in the United States too. I do like to do lots of social media, do a lot of things on the internet, other means I can do. I help some English teachers with English and other different things I help people through the internet, whether it be research or finding different things. So it's a wide variety of things you can do on the internet, making money legally. So I'm kind of branched out, doing a whole lot of variety of different things. And once I get back in the United States, my dad's company is pretty much shut down because of COVID. So he's pretty much, it's everything shut down because of COVID. But I mean, like my dogs, for example. One of the things I want to try to get them trained on, and hopefully I'll be finding out, this is one of the last trainings, is hopefully cell phone detection. And there's a... but hopefully like cell phone detection. And that has
what is cell phone detection? What is that?
basically, let's say like when Apple launches their iPhones and things like that, and they have a lot of problems. They up security and companies invest a lot of money with security, with trying to prevent people from stealing the phones. If you have a dog that can detect cell phones and they're doing a big launch, that's one of the potential sources I've thought about. You can rock it. I thought about doing, but also like with jails and prisons and things like that, you can go in there. Maybe a rich person lost their phone, so I mean, I want to make sure the dogs are trained. Right now, they're getting trained to make sure their tracking's up to date, so that way if anything goes wrong too, let's say Pierre, Ethan go out in the woods and they, yes, my dogs are Minnie and Linda. So let's say Pierre and Ethan go out and they get lost, whether it be in the woods of Kentucky or they get lost in the Amazon. My dogs will be trained enough to go out and find them. In the Amazon here, it'd be difficult because jaguar problem they have here. They recently had a tour guide go out and the jaguars killed all his dogs while they're out there. So, but it's, you got to find very quickly, anything goes wrong, you find your kids. So I want to make sure they're up to date on the tracking. They're already very protective. Main thing is especially have an off commands when they're on airplanes, things like that. So anytime anyone feels like they're going to harm us or, Karine or Pierre, they go from being a happy, friendly dog to being a very, very good protection dog. And that's a big thing, being aggressive, protective. They're very, very protective. They had a guy one time in Brazil came in and they don't back down. They bit the guy, they drew blood, they attacked other dogs, they fought off other dogs that attacked us before. But they never, randomly attacked a random person. They never attacked a kid. They never attacked Karine. They never attacked me. They never attacked anybody that was friendly. The only time they've ever got protective was when they needed to be. So I've been very blessed that they're naturally protective and not aggressive. Because no one wants a really aggressive dog. So having a dog that's protective and they, like I said, they're always playful, whether it be with the neighbors or the kids or my mom, anybody. They're very playful. They're excited. But yes, and right now, once they get their certification work done and all the ADA stuff and everything taken care of, they'll be able to travel. I would like to get them to travel with us in the main area, because when they travel to America, they have to travel in the cargo hold. So hopefully I could bring them. I bring them back to Brazil because they're actually originally here from Brazil. I got them here in Manaus, and I didn't realize how differently the German Shepherd Lion was here. They are excruciatingly intelligent and very, very energetic, almost as energetic as a Belgian Magonese. I'm saying the name right on that, but they are amazing dogs. I love them to death. The training place we're at right now, there's going to be some videos hopefully tomorrow, but they've been really extensively training them and very blessed. I mean, every time I see them, they just got groomed and bathed, and they're enjoying their training, and I really appreciate them being able to train them so extensively. And they actually do a lot of the training. They take my dogs back to their house, so that way they're actually at a house. They got a big backyard and everything else. And I just want to make sure my dogs are being treated well, especially while I'm over here dealing with everything else. They're getting treated very well and being trained at the same time.
Now, Paul, how's your Portuguese? And maybe I'm gonna bring Julie in to test it. Julie.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
So let's test Paul a little bit with Portuguese.
All right.
Let's ask him. So, Paul, close your ears because you're not really supposed to hear it in English.
Okay.
Let's ask him how him and Karine originally met. All right, Paul, you ready?
All right, can you hear me now,
Paul,
Paul?
you ready?
Okay, is it all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Como é que vocês conheceram-se?
One more time. Como?
Como é que você conheceu Karine?
I'll say so. Me, Karine. Are you saying something about meeting? Saying. Okay. And then I know both of you and then me and then us Koreans. I mean,
How
okay.
did you meet?
The first time. All right. So I think this way. Primero, you, Karine, the word for meeting. I can't think of it. Ton and sheets. I can hear, I can understand certain words, and that's my problem in Portuguese. Is I can read, I can understand certain words, and then it's like piecing together the words I understand to understand what's being said. So I'll hear like maybe understand 50% of the words, maybe a little bit more, and then I try to piece that together to figure out what's being said.
Of course.
It's a lot to learn. And Karine's been
language.
really pushing her English a lot more aggressively to learn it as well. And she's making really massive strides. She's doing really, really well. Yeah. And Pierre, he's doing both languages. He's learning both. He's doing really, really good.
Fantastic.
Let me ask you this, Paul. Will you be working on your Portuguese? And do you want your children to be bilingual?
Absolutely. I would love them to speak, both languages, definitely. The Portuguese and English is going to be a definite, but I'd love to also speak as well with Spanish and maybe sign language. My sister's kids actually already do sign language. And Mason's like, he's learned some sign language, some things. He learned one sign that I wish he hadn't learned. And I'll just say he had opened the washing machine. I said, no, don't do that. Close it. They got mad and he closed it. And then he showed me a magic finger. And then he just went away. I'm like, whoa. I said, this is why you can't keep doing that, Karine. And it's not funny. He picks things up. But he's playful. He understands, though. If he's saying no, he understands. He says mama. He says dada. He says different things. The other day, yesterday, he actually, when he pooped, usually we got to kind of like check his diaper or smell. He ran over to the shelf and he picked up his diaper cream and he brought it over to me and handed it to me. And he got up like where I changed him and he got up there and started laying down. And then I smelled it. I was like, oh, you put your diaper. You're telling me it's time to change it. So he's really, he's really got his own little unique personality and, learning him, and he's learning things too. And he took something out of the refrigerator the other day. And he took that thing in the refrigerator and Karine's like, put it back. He opened the refrigerator and put it exactly back in the refrigerator where it was. That to me, I thought that was impressive. He loves to play cleanup. He actually likes to use the vacuum. He actually uses the vacuum properly. Which I think is kind of cute. He likes to sweep things up with a broom, picks in the floor. He'll make a mess of his toys and then try to pick them up, try to put them back. So he actually really enjoys cleaning, which I think is a really good thing. It's very, very cute. So he's been such a blessing. He's really a good-hearted boy. And I'm very, 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 very blessed to have him. And the fact that he's listening and stuff is really, really, really great.
That's awesome. So we have another live chat question. They want to know what question that you constantly get that bothers you the most.
I'm always brought up the philosophy there's never a stupid question. I mean, I'm used, from being in I've done everything from customer service to sales and all kinds of different things throughout my life. And I'm used to being asked similar questions multiple times. So I don't know if there's really anything that really gets me too frustrated. I guess the biggest thing that would frustrate anybody is when you get asked questions about things that, I don't say let's say fake news, but basically things that are totally obviously false and completely just fabricated, and things like that get brought up multiple times. And yeah, I think that would frustrate anybody a little bit, but just remaining calm and just going back and talking and just understanding is, if somebody's trying to annoy you, then you don't want to get the satisfaction of making you mad. And if it's somebody legit don't know, it's not their fault. They're just legitimately curious. And just like with my son, I don't want him to ever be scared to ask me a question, or if he forgets, he asks me a question again. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but I try to not look at it as a thing that annoy me in that regard.
So let me ask you this, Paul. What's the biggest myth about you and your relationship with Karine? Something that maybe you've seen in the media, something on social media. What's the biggest fake news, quote unquote, that you want people to know is not true?
Gosh, I'm trying to think. There's so many of them. Oh my God, there is a lot. I've already talked about Karine speaks English a lot better, promoting her stuff. She's getting out with her friends and stuff more.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
First question I want to know is, did you get fired from TLC?
No, they never like I said, fire or something like that. And that's one thing with that with the show. I mean, the people I know that have got fired and things like that, where they literally when they get fired from the show, people I know that have gotten fired, they are actually like mid production on something, or they're doing something else, or their pay gets withheld, or they get they can, because TLC and Sharp, they can fine us, they can refuse to pay us. They can, shut down production in the middle of a thing, and if they certainly they shut down production, they can actually come back. Like, say you're in the middle of filming a season you just signed up for. In our contracts, if you do something that violates your contract and withdraw, they can actually sue you for the entire amount of production expenses that for the filming you've done. So you definitely don't.
Sorry to cut you off. So that part that we've heard that you've gotten fired from TLC is you're saying is not true.
No. What we talked to them, and I said I messaged them. I've talked to them. They, we never got any financial repercussions. They, all our financial things were taken care of. We never got any things. The only thing that we didn't do recently was like the tell-all, which we talked to them because it was during the tell-all when the drama was hitting, and that's when we talked to them. They said, hey, you want to go ahead and take some time off and focus around. He said, yeah, actually, I really would like to take some time off and focus on them. And they're really nice to work with us on that with the tell-all. And the last thing, the producer talked to me, in regards to, we take some time off. And he said, when things get more positive, he says, when things get more positive and, be able to breathe, we'll be back in touch and we'll be able to do things and update things like that then. And this last time I talked to that particular producer, that's all he said. He said, things get more positive, we'll be back in touch and things like that. But he said, obviously right now you worry about you and your family and your all's mental health. And they don't want to, have anything where filming a production is, causing any more toxic, type things. Because they've always been very good about our mental health. And that's the last, like I said, I heard from that person back then. That was back around the tell-all. Since then, I've still talked to them. So we took care of, financial things, our money and everything else like that. But no, I've always communicated anything with them. They communicate things with me. We've been positive. No one's yelling. No one's angry or upset with each other. It just, we had, there was a lot of stuff going on that was very toxic for, our relationship and our marriage. So they were kind enough to allow us to step back, because when you're in filming production, you're filming like 12 to 14 hours a day, sometimes 6 days a week. Our first season, we filmed, it was like 3 weeks straight. I think we had like 2 days off. That was it. 12, 14 hours a day. The very last day, we would film over 24 hours straight. The first season was probably the roughest of all of them to film. For all the other seasons, we broke it down. We do like a week here, a week there, 2 weeks here, something like that. That first week, the first time we first filmed, me and Karine never been in TV before, and then 3 weeks straight, that was rough. That was hard for us to deal with. That was very, very, very difficult. But no, they were respectful. Huh?
Would you say stepping away from the camera for a little bit is beneficial to your relationship?
I think it's helped out a lot. Not only that, but also the fact of getting out in Brazil, which was really toxic. There wasn't fans of the show that were really toxic, causing problems. It was bad. Getting back with her family, where they're only focused about her mental health and what's best for her, has been good. But I mean, that's one thing. Another reason why we step back is because when things get bad, they get crazy. They shut down production. We don't produce. We don't film. They may have a camera crew here, and they're not going to get involved in something that's potentially going to make things more toxic. They're very TLC and Sharp take mental health very seriously. They really do. So whether they're going to be having us talk to somebody in therapy, or they shut down production, make sure we're okay, talking to us. If a payment's owed, if a financial problem, if they front us that, to help make sure that it's taken care of. But stepping back away, allowing us to do things, I think has been very helpful to allow us to focus on us and not worry about things and the drama and things about the showing. a lot of these things, I don't, I really don't want my kids to, be watching the series, years down the road and seeing some of the stuff like, oh my God, what happened? What is this stuff on the TV? Or, some of the stuff on the internet might not be there anymore, but the TV show, I'm pretty sure they'll end up watching it. So I'm thankful for that give us this time, this grace period, to breathe and to relax. And like I said, I'm focused on some other things too, like Karine's in there right now, and she's focusing on her little thing, in regards to like her doing cosmetic stuff and following her dreams. And I want to do some stuff out here in the Amazon program back in the United States. I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be changing in the United States. I'll be doing for revenue income. But right now, some really cool stuff here I want to get involved in. I'm really excited about while I'm here. Okay, buddy.
So let's talk a little bit about Karine. We do have a live chat question from Lydia. Where is Karine, and can we get a smile from her?
Yes.
Do you think that this would be a good time, Paul?
Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say?
Do you think this would be a good time to bring Karine in and have our translator talk with her a little bit as well?
Sure. I mean, I got to play the game of trying to get the hammock without waking up to bed here. Give me a second here.
Of course.
Calma. This hammock is a little difficult.
Aww.
Sit up here real quick. 1 second. Oh no, sit up.
He's saying calm. He's just being soothing.
Calma. Get Dave real quick here. Hey guys, I'm breaking in for a second. Hey Dave. Oh, hi. I'm gonna break it for a second. Hey, Karine, they're gonna talk to you for a second. There you go. Just look on the phone.
Hola.
Hey.
Hola. Oh, we lost them.
We lost them.
Maybe we'll get them back.
Let's see.
Let's see. So guys, we lost Paul, and as we were just about to talk to Karine, so we're gonna give them a minute to see if we can get them back. In the meantime, guys, if you have questions for Karine, because this will be her first time having an American interview, definitely pop those questions up in the live chat. I see Paul there, so I'm gonna pop him in.
Okay. So sorry, I think the phone went down.
No problem.
Right, here you go, Karine. Just be careful on the thing, on the exit, on the leave thing. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah, so they're actually filming her cosmetic thing right now.
Okay.
So, Julie, maybe we can start with that. First, that she looks beautiful, and tell us about the cosmetic situation, what she's doing.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So, first I want to say
Karine está aprendendo a fazer sobrancelha.
Karine is learning to do her eyebrows. Anjo. Você está anjo.
Yeah, I think they might be able to use that to put the thing on there.
And so, does she want to be a cosmetologist? Does she want to start her own makeup line?
A Karine está interessada em fazer maquiagem ou assim?
Sim,
Yes,
ela
she is
está
interested.
interessada em aprender a auto se maquiar.
And
She's
so,
learning how to do it.
Put down the legs, make it small, make it table size.
so what is she filming right now?
O que é que ela está filmando agora?
Ela está aprendendo a pintar sobrancelhas.
She's learning how to do her eyebrows, so she's filming her doing her eyebrows.
Aí é o momento que tu corrige. corrige bem rígido do jeito que quer a sobrancelha. Onde
So
tu acha
they're teaching her how to apply the makeup and how to do the eyebrows.
Yeah.
So is this a school? So I'm sorry, what's your name?
Como é que você se chama?
Tiago.
Tiago.
Tiago, the teacher?
Você é
Yeah.
ensinar?
Yeah.
Professor de maquiagem?
Isso. Eu e a Stephanie.
Stephanie. Mas oi, tudo bom? Vocês trabalham com maquiagem?
Sim. Trabalhamos em um salão de beleza.
Oh, so they both work, Stephanie and Tiago both work in a beauty salon. So they're teaching her.
I love that. Now, will we be able to ask Karine a question directly?
Tiago.
Try to put the thing on tripod, so it's easier.
Tiago.
Still up, Dave?
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Não tá dando pra ouvir o áudio?
Focus up, all right?
Yeah.
Amanda says we're all in a
How much you
contest
like?
Tripod's a
learning
little
how to do our eyebrows. That is so true.
Up,
So
we do
true.
level, so it's
Oh, all right, yeah, got it.
horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal.
Like
And
this.
Crystal says she looks great.
Like that. That way they can get more of a, they get everybody in the shot.
Yeah.
Horizontal is always better.
Ok. Dá pra ver? Sure.
Sim, sim.
Dá pra ver todo mundo?
Abaixa um pouco mais.
Tiago,
Sure.
Hi.
podemos fazer uma pergunta para a Karine?
Sim.
Okay, so I asked if we can ask a question to Karine, and he said yes.
Okay, so Karine, let's tell Karine that everyone in the live chat thinks she looks beautiful. She's glowing.
Toda a gente está escrevendo que você está linda, você está uma beleza.
Obrigada.
She says thank you.
And everyone loves her new hair color.
Oh, toda a gente adora o seu cabelo. A cor está linda, magnífica.
Obrigada, eu também. E foi eles que fizeram o cabelo.
She says she's loving it too, and both Stephanie and Tiago are the ones who did it for her.
Oh, well,
Thank you, eu não entendi nada, mas obrigada. Ela veio combinando com o sofá.
She's matching her couch, her blue couch.
now, I noticed, Karine, her hair is getting so long. Is that just from like being pregnant? And like, that's what I hear, that when you're pregnant, everything grows, like your nails, your hair, all of that.
So ela está perguntando se por causa da gravidez você está mais, o seu cabelo está crescendo mais, ou se você tem deixado de crescer, ou se é seu, se é verdadeiro.
Não, é um mega.
É um mega hair.
É extensão.
Extensão. 5% de bateria.
Ok.
A parte azul não é minha, essa parte grande não é.
Não é? Ok.
Gente.
Mas está lindo, fica
É
bem.
dela, ela comprou.
Saying the extensions, they're omega extensions. She goes right up into the blue is all extensions.
Oh, I love it. Extensions make us look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So can we ask Karine if she wants to start a makeup line?
Oh, Karine, você está interessada em começar uma linha de cosméticos?
Eu tô.
Quem?
É
Eu
bom.
tô.
Aquela.
Eu não sei maquiar ainda, mas futuramente, quem sabe, vou aprender.
Boa,
Ela vai aprender.
boa,
Eu tenho muitos profissionais aqui comigo, podem me ajudar.
boa. She says she's just learning about makeup and how to apply and whatnot, but perhaps with Tiago and Stephanie that together that they may, you never know.
I love it. I'll be first in line. They can test on me.
Não há problemas.
Primeiro, alguma coisa assim? A outra, né? Eu não quero.
Uh-oh.
Quebrou.
Quebrou.
Tá aqui, segura aqui o celular. Segurar o celular. Obrigado.
Então, a ratoeira.
Can we ask her what her favorite makeup product is?
Ah, ok. Karine, você tem algum produto que gosta mais? Ou batom? Ou mesmo uma marca?
Não, ainda não tenho. Não tenho
Não.
preferência.
No preferences, she says. She's just, I guess, just getting into it all now.
And did she always want to do makeup growing up? Like, is that her dream?
Você sempre pensou em fazer maquiagem ou sonhou quando era pequenina que um dia ia fazer tratamentos de beleza?
Não, eu nunca pensei, mas depois que eu fui para os Estados Unidos, eu comecei a me interessar.
Ah, okay. She's like, I never did, but when I moved to the United States, I started getting interested in it.
Tell her it's because of Ulta and Sephora. That's why.
Oh, a Linda diz que é por causa da Ulta e da Sephora. São lojas de
O nome dela é
maquiagem.
Linda.
Tá?
O nome dela é Linda.
Oh, Dior.
Dior.
Onde é que está a Linda?
O nome dela é Linda.
Linda, sim.
Linda.
Linda! Meu Deus!
Não o meu, o dela, o dela.
Beautiful!
Yes, thank you.
Linda, means beautiful.
Amei.
I wanted to ask Karine. So Lydia says, Brazil suits Karine. Glad you are happy. Is she happy to be back in Brazil, surrounded with her friends and family?
Bem, as pessoas dizem que você está mais feliz desde que voltou para o Brasil. Você sente-se mais feliz junto com a vossa família e na vossa casa, portanto, no vosso país, no seu país.
Eu me sinto mais feliz aqui porque eu tenho os meus amigos e a minha família perto de mim. Nos Estados Unidos eu não tenho ninguém.
Pois, normal. She says, yes, I feel, I'm here with my family and my friends, and in the States, I don't have anybody.
I love that. Now, I want to ask her because everyone doesn't really know. So Pierre, is it Pierre, or we learned Pierre?
Bem, Karine, todo mundo quer saber como é que você diz o nome do seu filho.
O nome dele em português se pronuncia Pierre.
Pierre.
So, okay, everyone, it's Pierre. Pierre. That should be the end of it. It's Pierre.
That's it.
And Pierre is 2?
Ele tem 2 anos, o Pierre?
Quase.
Quase, almost.
Almost.
Ele tá com 2 meses agora.
Faz em março.
Isso.
Yeah, he'll be in March, he will be too.
Oh, nice. And then Ethan is due in January. Is that what Paul said?
A Linda estava a perguntar se o bebê Ethan, que ainda não nasceu, está para nascer em janeiro.
Fevereiro.
February.
And how did she decide on Ethan?
Oh, como é que você escolheu o nome de Ethan?
Eu sou uma rena,
É porque eu pesquisei bastante alguns nomes e eu me interessei por esse nome. Eu fui pesquisar nomes masculino, americano e o primeiro que eu encontrei foi o Ethan.
She said she saw lots of names and American names, and Ethan was the first one that she liked from a list of names that she saw.
Now, I know she's pregnant now, but does she want to have more babies?
Ela está perguntando, você está grávida agora, mas será que vai ter mais filhos ainda?
Mais 3.
Eu não penso mais, eu já quero parar. É só isso.
Não.
2 meninos e uma menina.
3.
Tiago was saying two boys and a girl would be nice. He's saying no. Stephanie, o que é que você pensa?
Isso é espanhol com coisa. Como é que fala aqui? Fala aí com ela, tu.
Stephanie, o que é que você pensa? Mais ou não? Mais sweets ou não? A Stephanie, o que é que a Stephanie está para aí a rir? Ela pensa que devias ter mais ou não?
A Stephanie quer ter um bebê agora, mas o namorado dela não quer. Não.
Ela nu.
She's saying Stephanie wants to have a baby. She's saying no.
Eu também.
Baby.
Eu vou pegar um da Karine, que já vem pronto.
Boa, boa. She says she's going to take Karine because it's already made.
É mais fácil.
Because Karine and Paul make beautiful babies.
Oh, Karine, você e Paul têm lindos filhos.
Obrigada. Por isso que eu quero só um.
Sim.
Não dou. Desculpa, não dou. Please.
So, why are they all wearing party hats? Is it for her video?
Ah, ok.
O que foi?
Alguma coisa do nosso negócio, das nossas cabeças, nós estamos usando.
Exatamente, exatamente. Porque é que vocês têm isso tudo na cabeça? Hoje não é Natal. Pai Natal ainda não chegou.
Não, a gente já tá no mês do Natal, então a gente tá, tipo, fazendo um vídeo meio que engraçado.
Boa.
Divertido.
They're already in December and it's the month of Christmas, so they're already celebrating.
I love it.
It's a fun makeup time.
Are we going to see, are they filming this makeup time? Are we going to see makeup tutorials from them?
Yeah. Nós já somos as tutoriais, nós aqui, meu filho. Como é que ela tá?
Ela estava a perguntar se vocês estão a gravar estas sessões de maquilhagem, que é para mostrar às outras pessoas.
Não entendi.
Sim, é que se a gente está gravando para tentar ensinar as outras pessoas.
Sim, sim.
De certa forma, sim.
Mostrar como se maquia de uma forma mais animada e divertida, engraçada.
Isso.
Okay, so they're doing videos and kind of like a fun videos, nothing really too heavy, but how to do different types of things. So they have already started doing that.
So where can the 90-day fans watch these videos?
Onde é que nós podemos ver os vídeos para aprender a fazer maquilhagem?
Ah, sim! Já estará saindo no nosso canal 3 Espiãs Demais.
3 Espiãs Demais. O nome do canal.
Como é que é?
Mentira, é hilário.
Não, é brincadeira.
É brincadeira. You're joking with me. No, I don't think that they have them up and running yet.
Oh, so no videos.
Não,
Não,
o vídeo vai pro canal do Paul, não é pro nosso. A gente não tem canal.
Ainda. So she's saying the videos are going to go to Paul's channel because they don't have a channel yet.
Yeah.
So, Julie, we have a question from the live chat.
Okay.
And the question is from Amanda.
Okay.
She wants to know what is Karine's best memory of being on 90 Day.
Dos fãs querem saber qual é que é melhor, ou qual é que é a melhor memória que você tem de estar no show.
A pior memória?
Não, a melhor, não a pior.
A melhor. Eu acho que a melhor memória é do nascimento do meu filho, depois que ele nasceu, claro, porque da dor que eu senti não é uma boa memória, mas de todos que eu gravei no 90 dias, eu prefiro o nascimento do Pierre.
Lindo. She says the most precious moment she's had, even though it was very painful, was the birth of her son and having that video of her son. She says that was the best moments for me.
Now, does she miss filming at all, or is she happy for the break?
Oi, não entendi.
Não faz mal. Você está gostando agora do break, de filmar, ou sente falta de filmar?
Para ser sincera, eu estou bem melhor, assim, longe das câmeras e de tudo.
She says, I'm actually quite happy without the cameras and having all of that away from me right now.
Yeah. And
Eu acho que agora eu preciso de um tempo para mim, pro bebê e pro Pierre.
Exato, she says, I need time for me and the baby and Pierre. Muito bom, muito bom.
has she had any cravings during this pregnancy?
Ah, se você tem alguns desejos de comida ou de outras coisas da gravidez.
Como?
Se você tem alguns desejos ou de comida ou de qualquer
Não,
por causa
não
das
tenho
gravidez.
Ei, falar em desejo, sabe?
Não, eu não tenho desejo.
Sabe o que minha mãe tinha desejo de comer?
No
Raspa
cravings?
No cravings at all.
What's baby
Abacaxi
Ethan's favorite thing?
feijão, sei lá, algumas coisas bem estranhas. A
Ah,
pessoa queria comer
o que é que
tijolo.
o bebê gosta que você coma? O bebê, o Ethan,
Ah, ele gosta de chocolate.
Eita.
he likes chocolate.
Tem panetone ainda, né?
Pois é, eu já quero, eu quero 3 fatias. Quer ver? Eu quero.
Eu não gosto de panetone.
Eu vou... Ah, mas...
And then Julie?
Estou terminando a minha grade. Estou estragando ali, né? Estou agora passando blush.
The friend is very handsome.
I'm sorry.
Oh, você, Tiago, linda, diz que você é muito giro.
O que é giro, amiga?
Giro, giraço, bonzão, lindo.
Oh!
You could tell him, Julie, tell him he can be my 90 day.
Oh, a Linda diz que você pode ser o 90 com o fiance dela. Boa.
Oi?
Boa.
O que ela disse?
Que você pode ser no 90 dias dela.
Sério?
É, boa.
Serious.
Seriously?
I finished my makeup.
Eu estava torcendo por isso.
A gente está usando marcas um pouco mais baratinhas que a gente conseguiu comprar no shopping para poder testar os produtos.
Okay, so they're testing a bunch of products.
Okay.
And they have a different range of products just to see what they turn out to be, like how they work, how they feel.
Okay. Now, what's the biggest thing that Karine has learned about makeup so far?
Karine, ela está perguntando o que é que você aprendeu de maquiagem? Coisa mais importante que você já aprendeu?
Eu acho que ainda não consegui aprender nada. É difícil.
Tu conseguiu fazer sobrancelha sozinha?
I haven't been able to learn anything yet.
Eu aprender com a sobrancelha mesmo. Agora isso é difícil.
She says, I'm learning the eyebrow, but other than that, I really don't know.
É, meu Deus. É bom cair, eu percorrer.
Mas vai conseguir, em nome de Jesus. De verdade.
Can we ask Karine if she's working on her English and is Paul working on his Portuguese?
Como é que, se você tentar estudar o inglês, o seu inglês, e como é que vai?
O meu inglês está bem melhor. Eu tenho estudado bastante, mas o Paul não fala nada em português. Quer dizer, ele fala, mas não estuda.
Como é que fala travesti aí?
Eu entendo.
Diz lá, diz, Tiago.
Como fala travesti?
Travesti?
Every day. In your English.
English.
So she was saying that her English is better because she's been studying, but Paul's is not so good. His Portuguese is not so good.
We know this.
You do a good job with your English. You study every day. Every time you have a free time, rather than playing like a random game on your cell phone, she pops up. She's really focused on her English.
Karine, so Julie, tell Karine what I just said about we tested him with Portuguese and he was terrible.
Nós tentamos falar com o Paulo em português, não correu muito bem.
Imagina, ele não fala.
Foi um pouco difícil.
Mas ele entende um pouco, ele entende um pouco.
É uma língua difícil. É uma língua difícil.
É.
verdade.
We have another live chat question from Amanda.
Oh.
Amanda wants to know how her parents are. We love them on the show. They seem so sweet.
Uma fã está a perguntar como é que estão os seus pais.
Como é que eu faço?
Eles gostaram muito de ver os seus pais no show, que acharam os teus pais uma fofura.
Obrigada. Meus pais estão bem. E
They're good?
obrigada pelo carinho que tem pelos meus pais.
She says they're good and thank you for asking and for liking my parents.
Aw, that's very nice. M. Brown says, I bet her parents are happy she and the baby are back.
Eu vou perguntar, mas eu tenho a certeza que os teus pais estão felizes de ter você e o bebê no Brasil.
Sim, é verdade.
Yes,
So-
it's true.
Does she plan to have the baby in Brazil and then maybe stay, a little bit longer?
Vocês têm planos para ter o bebê no Brasil ou pensa voltar para os Estados Unidos para ter o bebê?
Eu tenho planos de ter o meu filho aqui, porque eu tenho a minha família aqui para me ajudar. Então a gente vai. Então o Ethan vai nascer aqui no Brasil mesmo.
Yeah, Ethan, she's planning on being there because that's where her family is and that's where she wants to be when she has her son. E depois, você pensa voltar para os Estados Unidos?
Sim, eu penso.
Tá ok?
Lá é bom para as crianças crescerem.
She says, we do plan on going back. It's good for them to be in the United States, for them to grow up and be brought up there.
I drops it if you want to get eye drops.
Does she want her children to be bilingual?
Você quer que eles falam duas línguas? Português e inglês?
Sim, eu quero, mas o Pierre ele entende mais inglês.
She wants, mas o Pierre fala mais inglês?
Ele entende, o Pierre entende mais inglês.
She wants them to, but Pierre understands a lot of English.
And if they go back to America, how similar is Portuguese to Spanish?
No.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How similar is Portuguese to Spanish?
If they return?
Yeah, because I think that speaking Spanish is important as well in America, no?
Você pensa em talvez que os seus filhos vão aprender a falar espanhol, porque caso de estar nos Estados Unidos, o espanhol é uma língua muito falada, ou só português e inglês?
Não sei, porque duas línguas já é difícil para uma criança, mas talvez. O espanhol é muito parecido com o português.
She says maybe because, two languages is already difficult, but Spanish is very similar to Portuguese, so maybe, there's always.
I love it. So what food is she happy to be eating now that she's back in Brazil?
Falando em comida, qual é que foi a comida que você fica mais feliz por ter voltado para o Brasil para comer?
Feijão e arroz. Daqui são os melhores.
Feijão e arroz. Beans and rice, which is very Brazilian. Feijão, beans, and arroz, rice.
I love it. Is she doing a lot of cooking herself, or is it family cooking?
Você cozinha?
Maracujá, capuçu, tambaqui.
Jaraqui.
Sim.
Pacu.
Pacu.
They're going through different types of food.
Pirarucu. Eu gosto.
Você gosta de cozinhar? Karine, você gosta de fazer comida, cozinhar em casa?
Às vezes.
She sometimes cooks at home, mas prefere a comida da mamã ou comida fora?
Eu prefiro comida da mamãe, é mais gostosa.
You're an amazing cook.
She prefers her mother's food. It's much tastier than eating out.
We have another live chat question. The question is, where in the U.S. would Karine like to live or visit besides Kentucky?
Ah, bom. Você já pensou em visitar outros sítios nos Estados Unidos? Outros lugares dentro dos Estados Unidos que talvez pudessem viver ou visitar?
A gente visitou uma cidade nos Estados Unidos, em Kentucky, e eu gostei, mas eu prefiro morar mesmo em Kentucky mesmo.
Oh, she visited, mas você visitou outros sítios?
Florida. You go to Florida. You said you went to
Florida.
Brazilians in Florida.
You visited Florida?
So she says she's visited
Your
all
dreams
the
go to
things, but she prefers to be in Kentucky. She likes Kentucky.
She likes Kentucky?
Yes.
What does she like about it?
O que é que você gosta em Kentucky?
Eu gosto dos parques, que a gente pode andar tranquilo. Gosto dos supermercados, que é 24 horas. E
Bebezão.
gosto da cidade, que é calma, não é aquela cidade muito agitada, com trânsitos.
She says it's a very calm place, not a lot of transit, not busy, not a big city. She likes the parks. She feels very safe walking through the parks, and that the grocery stores are open 24 hours.
Porque chega, né? Chega.
We have another live chat question. Which fish tastes better? And I don't know, I'm going to let you go with it.
Ok. Karine, aqui temos uma pergunta. O que é que sabe melhor? Pirarucu, pirarucu ou tambaqui?
Não entendi.
Uma pessoa perguntar o que é que sabe melhor? É uma comida pirarucu ou tambaqui?
Os dois é bom, depende de como prepara. Mas eu acho que o pirarucu é bem melhor que o tambaqui.
É? Says they're both good, but it depends on how you cook it, right? It depends on the method that you're cooking it. But she thinks the pirarucu is better than tambaqui.
Nice, nice. Oh, look at Mary. Oh.
Tão fofinho, coisa boa.
A voz ficou até mais grossa.
Let's ask her about Pierre. Is he talking and walking a lot?
A Linda disse que quer passar 90 dias comigo.
O Pierre está perguntando, Linda está perguntando se o Pierre já anda e já fala.
Já fala, já bagunça, já quebra. Já...
O Pierre anda muito ele fala algumas coisas. Pierre, não muito.
He walks and moves around a lot, and he's speaking too. He says all sorts of stuff.
Everyone seems so happy. Tell her that all the fans and our live chat, she seems so happy.
Toda a gente no chat e a que está vendo isto está dizendo que você está muito feliz e que parece que toda a gente está muito feliz à sua volta.
Eles são legais. Então eu tô feliz, eles são meus amigos. Eu não tenho isso nos Estados Unidos.
Says, I don't have this in the States. I'm very happy. I have very good people around me. They're happy people.
I love it. I love to see it.
A Linda fica feliz.
About you at the Baton and Jeans present.
Hi.
Can I tell them? About your
this is so nice to
see. Your house. That's the new house you got.
This
At a house.
This is really nice to see.
Okay.
It's really nice to see. I'm very happy.
Ela está muito feliz por você.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Karine, what has been the biggest change for you since you moved back from America?
Belo?
Gente, a gente não vai mais gravar, não, né?
Não sei.
Finaliza. Como?
Você entendeu? Qual é que foi the biggest change since she's been back from like in Brazil?
No, so because she spent some
Não,
time
faz
in
10 minutos mais,
America,
né, mas...
and then now she's back in Brazil. My question is, I'm sure she got used to some things in America. So what's the change in Brazil? Because I know like they took the boat ride over. Maybe the apartment is different. Like, you know, I'm sure the biggest change for her.
Ok.
Marna.
Está perguntando, desde que você voltou dos Estados Unidos para o Brasil, qual é a coisa que você notou mais diferente? Ou que você está mais diferente?
Pra você tratar 24 horas?
Não é nem louco.
Acho que não tem nada de diferente. Aqui a única diferença é que as pessoas estão respeitando um pouco o vírus, então todo mundo tá de máscara e algumas coisas estão fechadas, mas fora isso, nada de diferente.
Other than the COVID and people with masks and the way things are closed, I don't see there's not a big change.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if her and Paul would be interested in playing a quick couples game.
Oh. Ela está perguntando se você e o Paulo querem jogar um jogo sobre casais.
It's easy.
Super fácil. Super fácil.
Não sei, pode ser.
She says, sure.
Okay.
I don't know. Sure.
So bring Paul over.
Traz o Paul para vocês estarem os dois juntos.
Sorry, I'm in the other room. What's going on? What's up?
It's fun. I'm interested.
Oh, this will be interesting. It's like couples therapy.
No, it's a game. It's so easy. So Paul, so you guys, here's what's gonna happen. I'll explain. I'll let Julie explain it again in Portuguese, and then we'll play it. So the game is I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions, and I'm gonna give you word association. So, for example, I'm going to say, Paul, what is Karine's favorite color? And then you're going to answer. And then if it's right, Karine will say, yes, it's right, or no, it's not right.
Okay.
You guys.
All right.
Fácil. Karine, fácil.
So Julie, can you say it again in Portuguese for me, please?
Portanto, ela vai fazer perguntas do tipo, qual é a cor favorita do Paulo? E se você acertar que a cor é azul e aí for certo, você ganha. Oh?
Okay, here we
Se
go.
você estiver errado, o Paulo vai dizer que não.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. Paul, what is Karine's favorite food?
Favorite food? Oh, that would be equal time between word for it.
Did I forget to tell you there's a time limit? You got 30 seconds. Ding.
The meat here. It's tops. It's sirloin cap in America, but here it's picanha. You like picanha and tambaqui. It's like equal times to you. Picanha and tambaqui.
Paul, look at the camera.
And her favorite color is blue. I think it's obvious to everybody. Everybody's favorite color is blue. What?
See or no?
Wrong?
You got it wrong.
I got wrong?
No,
It's right.
It's right.
Oh, it's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Karine, you're up next. What is Paul's favorite color?
Qual é a cor?
We have the same favorite color, so it's an easy one.
Blue.
Yeah, we have the same favorite color, yeah. As you can tell, I always wear blue shirts, and she's always doing blue. We both are always big on blue. So, yeah. One thing in the comments. Blue cap, everything.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this question is for you, Paul.
Okay.
What is Karine's favorite flower?
Her favorite flower is blue roses.
Yeah.
Boa!
All right.
She didn't
Karine,
know that at first until I got her blue roses, because you never said you never saw a blue rose. When you got blue roses, it became her favorite.
so Karine, your turn. What is Paul's favorite electronic? A cell phone, a camera, or TV?
Qual é que o Paulo gosta mais? O telefone, o móvel, a televisão ou a câmera?
Cell phone.
Cell
Yeah.
phone?
Yep.
All right. Paul, you're up next.
Okay.
Okay, so what does Karine like better? Does she like dresses or does she like food?
Sorry, I couldn't hear. Maybe what'd you say? The
What
choices?
does Karine like better? Does she like dresses or does she like shorts and pants and like tank tops? So is she girly or is she more tomboy?
Dresses, girly. She's definitely, you're more into dresses. Like your Fashion Nova and everything, yeah. You love Fashion Nova. She loves her dresses all the time.
All right, Karine, your turn. Paul, what is Paul's favorite food? Yeah?
Yeah, it's one of them, yeah. Oh,
Grilled
that's
chicken?
it. Yeah, I do eat a lot of grilled chicken. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Acceptable, yeah.
Who is more active? Meaning like who exercises the most? You or Karine?
I think we're kind of even on that one. But actually, no, I take that back. It was even, but now Karine has been doing a lot more exercises in the house. She's been doing a lot more exercises. In between your English thing, you do exercise. The other day she did, which wasn't a good idea because we live on top of like 5 flights of stairs, but she did leg days. And she did a whole bunch of leg exercises, really stressing on her legs that day. And so she does. She'll go through circuits, so she'll go through like these little exercise videos and things like that. I used to be, not anymore. I walk a lot more than she does, and go to the store and things. But she's really been focused about exercise and her health, both learning English and physical exercises. So she's been really doing a lot more exercises lately.
I love that. All right, it's Karine's turn.
Right,
Karine,
Karine?
you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you had to choose between ice cream and cake, would Paul have ice cream or cake?
Ice cream, okay.
Yeah, which one do I eat? Would I eat more of, ice cream or cake? Both. I actually eat probably both of them equally, but yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah, because Paul, I recently saw you eat like a whole big bucket on your social media, like a whole.
Yeah, it was like ice cream. It was that was their 1 liter milkshake. I was like, what is a 1 liter milkshake? It's crazy. And it came in like an ice cream container. So it was like too much. So I put it in the freezer, let it freeze, and I ate it like ice cream. But no, their ice cream here. That's one thing in Brazil. Their ice cream here is phenomenal. My God, it's they get some really. And this thing too, you know, McDonald's, how the ice machines are always broken. Here, they're never broken. They actually have, like, you know, shopping mall, there'll be like 5 ice cream McDonald's kiosks. Like, I think it was like, I was like 5 kiosks, I think, in there. Like 5 of those plus a McDonald's, all serving, you know, ice cream machines, working 100% fine, never break down. So McDonald's Brazil needs to get with McDonald's America and help them fit things in
That's
line.
hilarious.
It always works.
All right, I have a question, Karine. So, Julie,
Yeah.
Paul often shows I don't know the name of it, but like the Portuguese pizza.
Portuguese pizza with the corn and peas and eggs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Paul, it's not your turn. It's not your turn. It's Karine's turn. So I want to ask Karine, what's Paul's favorite Portuguese pizza?
Oh, I think she understood.
Repeat, please.
Qual é a pizza do Brasil que o Paulo gosta mais? Que tipo de pizza?
I think it is sweet. Yeah. Sweet.
Which I want to hear the answer to this. What do you think's my favorite pizza?
Banana and chocolate.
Which one do I order the most?
I don't like you.
Before you, when I was in Brazil and you were in America and I was here, I was always posting pizzas on my social media. You want to be on social media so you didn't know. Yeah, we like this. I'll give you a hint. We like the same pizza. Your favorite is also my favorite.
True.
It is true. What do I order the most? What pizza do I order the most when I'm here? You eat it too. It should be an easy answer. I order it all the time. Portuguese is the pizza I order the most.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I stumped you. I win.
Yeah.
I win.
Oi, Linda. Oi, Linda.
Banana chocolate is one of the ones I like. In her defense, the banana chocolate one is one I do like. It's one I really do like. But like probably my favorite dessert pizza is what she said. But pizza by Brazilian, I would say would be the Portuguese. Same one you like.
Which
And we
is
like
what? Paul?
Simpebola, Simdamachi, Simpimenta.
Paul?
Yeah. Yes.
Paul, can you explain what that is to our viewers? What's on that pizza?
Okay. So on the Portuguese pizza, it varies from restaurant to restaurant, but typically they have like hard-boiled eggs on it. They'll have peas, corn, sometimes there's sesame seeds. Sometimes they'll have stuffed crust, is really good. They'll have sometimes peppers on it. So it's kind of a variety. One place might have like a lot of different things. Another place, but usually it's the same staples like eggs, corn, things like green olives. She's obsessed with green olives, by the way, too. So we could push these pizza. You eat all the green olives. She'll actually pick all the green olives off, and you'll eat them. She'll eat them.
I love that. I love that. Okay, are you ready for your next question?
Okay.
Okay, Paul, what is Karine's favorite holiday?
Halloween. That was gonna be Halloween or Christmas. It was Halloween or Christmas, I thought. Really? It's not Christmas? I was debating on Christmas. But you always say in America you love Halloween. So it's Halloween or Christmas. But here recently you were like real big on Halloween. So
that's right, Paul. Paul, you got it wrong. And you got it wrong. Next question.
I knew it was Halloween or Christmas. I knew it was one of those two.
Karine, your turn. You ready?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Paul had to pick between having a dog or having a cat, what would you choose?
Se o Paulo tivesse de escolher entre cão e gato, o que é que ele prefere?
Dog.
A dog? Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Paul, you're ready? This will be the last question for each of you.
Okay.
So you have to get this right because you got two wrong. So you're losing right now.
I'm losing. I don't know.
Okay. What is Karine's favorite TV show?
Oh.
There's several she watches on Netflix. And then says on Netflix is the one that she watches on a famous Brazilian YouTuber she watches constantly. Actually, no, I would think you watch the Brazilian YouTuber more. With those two Brazilian YouTube men, they're always on the show you watch on YouTube. I say you probably watch that the absolute most. I think that's probably your favorite show. The two Brazilian YouTubers are always on, you watch. Your favorite? Oh, dang it. All right. What's your favorite?
All right. Last question. And
Cake Boss. Oh, you're saying Cake Boss. You've watched Cake Boss in forever. I know you. Oh, she does love Cake Boss. But you haven't watched Cake Boss forever. Her dream was to meet Buddy at some point. I did actually bring her back a Cake Boss cake, the Coldplay cake, your favorite band of all time. Which one day hopefully we'll see them in concert. But I guess I didn't think about it. But that's always what your favorite show was, Cake Boss. But you haven't seen it in so long. You haven't watched it in so long time.
Right there.
Oh no, I should have said 90 Day Fiance.
all right, last question. Karine is winning by far.
Okay.
So,
Boa, Karine.
okay, last question. If Paul was stranded on a deserted island, would he bring his electronics or would he bring like survival gear?
Você entendeu?
Mais ou menos.
Ok. O que é que ele trazia? Trazia telefone e as máquinas ou trazia coisas para sobreviver no mato?
It's difficult, but I'm pretty sure you'll get it though. Every time we go to Tonantzin,
É mais coisas para sobreviver no mato. Kit de sobrevivência. Tipo kit de sobrevivência, né?
Não, eu não entendi. Diz outra vez?
É, tipo, coisas para sobreviver no mato. É isso? É a pergunta?
Sim, é essa a pergunta. Se ele tivesse que ir para o mato, estivesse numa ilha, se ele trazia o telefone ou se ele trazia uma faca?
Entendi.
Mais ou menos.
Eu acho que é o de sobrevivência. Sobreviver no... Ele traz muitas coisas para sobreviver no mato.
Just survival kit stuff. He likes his survival kit gear and he's got lots of stuff like that. Bonus.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Now, thank you guys so much for spending so much time with me. I do want to ask one last question, 90-day kind of related. So, Karine, you remember that scene where Paul ran into the doghouse?
Karine, this is good. This is like brings back real life.
Karine,
So,
você lembra quando o Paulo meteu-se na casa dos cães? Que ele foi a correr e meteu-se na casa do cão? She says yes.
okay, Linda, was embarrassed for him. Was she embarrassed for him?
Ela está a dizer, eu tive vergonha dele ir se meter na casa do cão. Você sentiu vergonha?
Eu senti vergonha e raiva.
I was upset and I was embarrassed. Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
embarrassed. I was embarrassed.
I
And
was
I'm
too.
there.
I embarrass her a lot in public, unfortunately, especially in restaurants. I embarrass you a lot. I know I'm so bad. I'm sorry.
And Karine, what is because, and this is just my personal opinion. We love you guys, Paul. We love you, but Paul has a lot of quirks, like quirky things about him. What would you say is his biggest quirk?
De tudo que o Paulo faz, ou que as coisas que ele tem, os tics, ou fugir, ou as coisas que ele tem, qual é a coisa que te mais irrita?
Quando ele sai correndo.
Oh,
Quando ele sai correndo.
Isso.
Yeah. When he leaves and he runs away. That's the worst.
Oh, here's a side note. Ask Karine if Pierre has my run. If Karine and her family thinks Pierre runs like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
He gets mad, he'll run off, and she says he runs off just like me, and her family laugh about it too.
From the genes, it's genetic. Oh.
Paul,
Paul,
in that relay race where you came in third, let's hope he doesn't come in third too.
No, I think he'll be faster. I think he'll do really, really good. He's extremely smart and he's very fast. You are fast.
I love it. Well, I'm so happy that we got to catch up with you guys, Paul. Thank you so much for spending this time with us and just catching up with us. We honestly just wish you two all of the best. I'm so happy that everything is working out. And Karine, you look beautiful. You're glowing. And we would love to have you back anytime. Okay?
Oh, absolutely. This is actually a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with this. And yeah, I think it's been great. So anytime we're in Manaus, we're here, we're in Kentucky, we'll gladly do it. Tonantzin, the internet is horrible, so we can't do it there. I really want to say, I really want to say so badly. Her mom dropped this huge surprise. We were back here, and basically she inherited, or she's got something that's blew me out of the water. That is something just really us to reconsider on life things here. But if she wanted to live in Tocantins, she definitely has the option of doing that. You want to live in your grandfather's old house? You don't want to? Well, we can make a farm out of it. She can make a farm out of it. I think you can do a farm out of it. Do some farming. Yeah, you don't want to live there. We can do a farm with it.
Makeup. You can make makeup.
You can make
Oh,
makeup.
that's a great idea. That could be like the warehouse where you guys make all the makeup for her makeup line, and then you can just import it.
It's a good idea. All stuff here in Brazil, stuff in the rainforest. We can do that. Be fun.
Completely.
Well, the snake don't bite me and I don't die.
Okay, Paul, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down.
Who caught me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you caught me on that one.
Yeah, you're doing the most right now. Anyway, you guys, thank you so very much. Karine, thank you. Pierre, thank you. Paul, thank you. We appreciate you so much, and we'll do this again very, very soon. Live chat. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next week.
You have to say, Linda, you have to say Feliz Natal e bom ano novo.
E bom novo. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Prazer, prazer.
Thanks for being
here. You say ciao? Yeah, you say ciao here.
Julie.
Ciao.
The live chat.
Ciao.
Live chat.
He usually does ciao anyways, but he's not doing it. He said dad. Come here. Oh, thank you so much for having us. This is really good and healthy for us, and a lot of fun, actually. This is a whole lot of fun, so I really appreciate it.
I'm glad you had fun. We had a great time, too. And Julie, you were amazing.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for translating.
Oh, thanks for having me, you guys.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. I'm glad he's always just learning English. Now he's going to communicate fluently in Portuguese. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, bye, guys.
My pleasure.
Bye.
And guys, make sure that you are liking, subscribing to this page, and you're following us all across social media at 90 Days the Melanated Way. And we will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Eita, Karine, já quebrou.
Meu Deus, sério?